I say this not to the Conservative politicians and their friends in the media, and some in our own parties who are fanning the culture war, sacrificing people in order to achieve power purely for the sake of power. I don't say this to them, I say it to every LGBTQIA+ person and our allies. If you don't stand with us now, you stand with the enemy. If you don't stand with us now as we defend trans women and trans men and trans teenagers and their families, then you stand with those who are against equality. If you don't stand for an inclusive ban on conversion therapy, you stand with our enemies. There is no more time. We are living in dangerous times, and I don't exaggerate. If you don't stand up now, the enemy might win. But I say to the enemy, look up. There's a dinosaur.
Right, you'll have seen it by now, Cashman's video, right? It needs a really response, it's unbelievable. It's Enoch Powell level of nuttiness, right? Let's just think about what he said a minute, because I think it's important that we do. Here's the transcript, right? So let's just go through the transcript quickly. I say this not to the Conservative politicians and their friends in the media and some in our own parties who are fanning the culture war, sacrificing people in order to achieve power purely for the sake of power. I don't say this to them, I say it to every LGBTQIA+ person. So essentially he's saying this is not about party politics, it's about culture. He's trying to appeal to everybody who sees themselves as part of the mad LGBTQI+ nut jobs, Fruit Loops, ideological nut bags, whatever you want to call them, right? And he's put after that, to every LGBTQI+ person and our allies, if you don't stand with us now, you stand with the enemy. I'm the enemy, mate. Right, I'm a gay man and I'm the enemy. And I imagine there'll be many people who respond to this saying they are the enemy too. All right, you are a disgrace. You are a disgrace. If you don't stand with us now as we defend and trans men and trans teenagers, he's essentially saying trans women and trans men and trans teenagers and their families. There are no trans teenagers, you sick, sick man. They're only children with distress. You sick man, okay? Then you stand with those who are against equality, right, okay? Giving men access to women's spaces is not equality. Telling gay men that they need to unlearn their genital preference, otherwise they're transphobic for not sleeping with women, is not equality. You stupid man. For God's sake, wake up and smell the coffee. If you don't stand for an inclusive ban on conversion therapy, trans is the conversion therapy. They've been transing gay kids. Go and have a look. We are living. If you don't stand for an inclusive ban on conversion therapy, you're standing with our enemies. There is no more time. No, you're not. Right? If you want to protect kids from the butchery of the trans ideology movement, that does not make you the enemy. It makes Cashman the enemy. You unbelievably stupid man with the power you've got. Stood there on the stage next to Nancy Kelly, who thinks that not wanting to sleep with women if you're a gay man or with men if you're a lesbian makes you a sexual racist. You sick man. We don't exaggerate. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, about everything. If you don't stand up, the enemy might win. But I say to the enemy, look up, there's a dinosaur. You vile man. You're not progressive, you're regressive. You're regressive. Gay conversion therapy is back, and you right now, Cashman, are its main cheerleader. So I've got a message for you. Fuck off.